Okay, y'all, we are back. This is Batch with B. I am B. That's me. Welcome to my recap, review, whatever you want to call it. I don't really care. We just have a good time. Of The Bachelor. Season 24. Peter Weber's season. This is episode 4. This episode was really, it wasn't boring by any means. It was just kind of hard for me to watch. Mainly because part of the thing I've been so excited and intrigued to see is Alayah and Victoria P's relationship unfold. If it was going to come out that they were friends, I talked about this in my first YouTube video, maybe the second one, that I knew they had like taken a trip to Vegas and whatnot, and that was just based on me following them from whenever they did all that, not because of any spoilers or stuff. I'm trying to stay away from spoilers. So I was curious when that part was going to be revealed, if it was going to be revealed, if they were going to I can't talk! I thought maybe we were going to go the entire season and not really see their relationship. This episode took that, flipped it, reversed it. Ooh, it was a lot. Let's dive into everything though. We had Victoria F's one-on-one date. We had a group date. We got to see some of Kelsey. Yeah. So let's dig into it. We'll get into everything. First, Victoria F. It's really starting to grow on me, guys. You know that I really thought she should have won the runway competition that they had on that group date with Hannah Ann. But it was okay. I feel like it really broke her heart, but then, you know, she got to talk with Peter. It all worked out. Everything's okay. She's still a little too emotional for me. Like, it's a lot, but it's not that bad. I'm really starting to like her. I think she's super cute. I did see that she's a medical sales rep, so she has a real job. Like, I know that this isn't just something that's like, I want to be famous. Maybe it still is, but at least she has other things going for her if this doesn't work out. Their date looked really fun. It was kind of weird that she was like, I'm so scared of heights, but then like, she really didn't ever get too emotional about being in the plane or being on any of the roller coasters or anything. So I thought maybe that was a little bit of a show. Or maybe she was just like, suck it up, bitch. This is your chance. Like, make it work. But for me, it didn't really seem like it. Then we got to see the Chase Rice concert. First of all, let me just say, I said this in the last video, Chase Rice is a weirdo. I just saw an interview that he felt betrayed and that he was tricked into doing The Bachelor so that they could get the drama with Victoria F, who they previously had a relationship. Peter doesn't know this, and Chase doesn't know that Victoria is on the show, much less gonna be the date that he's singing for. He did this interview saying he felt tricked, betrayed, whatever. Sir, I did not even know who you were until you was doing some freaky-deaky weird things over text messages to somebody that I know. So, just be grateful they asked you, sir, because I wouldn't have ever listened to your music had I not seen this episode. So, congrats for being on The Bachelor. Now, Victoria. Sweet girl was shook. You could see how stressed she was. I don't understand how Peter didn't notice this. The girl was terrified. She was like a deer in headlights. She was just like, oh my god. The whole time, eyes big, just big as hell, so big. They got through it, they had a good time. I liked it, I enjoyed it. They looked like they had a really good time. She got super emotional at dinner. When she got up and left the room, Peter didn't go after her and I was kind of pissed off. I feel like Peter's kind of I can't say that word, a pansy. I feel like he's kind of a pansy. It just seems like he's, I'm gonna leave it at that. I think he's a little bit of a pansy. Anyway. It all comes out to Peter, what transpired between Victoria F and Chase. Peter seems a little shook. I don't really know why. Like, you were just on a celebrity dating show already. Like, you're a celebrity. Why is it so crazy that she dated a celebrity? Peter has more followers than Chase. Like, it just seemed like a little weird to be shook about. However, I did feel a little bad that the producers did this because I feel like they're really trying to test Peter out. Like, I feel like the producers have thrown some curveballs at him with the women. So I do feel a little bad for him, but not that much. Suck it up, Buttercup. You got a whole ass TV show for yourself. You'll be fine. Y'all, these poor girls had to go to Cleveland, Ohio. Do you know what is in Cleveland, Ohio? Not a goddamn thing. Nothing. There is nothing in Cleveland. I think the Buckeyes or something's there, but I don't really know nothing about that football pigskin game. But last year, where'd they go on Colton season? Like freaking Singapore or something? Cool. Freaking Cleveland. Poor girls. Anyway, the little fair date thing that Victoria got to do, the music park, that was cute. Then they did their group date and the whole football thing. Victoria P had the right idea. Oh, my back, it's just like really hurt. I actually believe her. It seemed, we saw later on where she was like, they were telling me like, take it easy on your back. So when I started playing it was hurting. So we didn't get to see her trying because they cut that out, obviously. But I think she, at the beginning of the date, she was kind of doing that. And then she was like, hey, I'm actually going to set this one out because my back. If I was them girls, they're all mad at Victoria P. I would be mad at Peter. He was all over her, giving her like shoulder rubs and stuff. It was cute. Good job for Victoria P on her part in their relationship. Like, congrats. You just like, you know, got a little bit ahead. But that's not her fault. That's Peter's fault. And the girls, I'm tired of the girls all attacking each other for having a better relationship. Like, that's not on Peter. But that's none of my business. The date itself was okay. I thought it was just kind of weird. Like, they've been having a lot of roughhousing dates. Last week it was that, like, pillow fight date. This week it's tackle football. They didn't even play flag. Had these women up in here, attorneys and shit, tackling each other. Crazy. But it was kind of entertaining. It was kind of entertaining. I'm surprised they didn't do, like, lingerie football or something like that. Something super demeaning. But anyway, good for them. Then Miss Alayah walks in the door at the dinner thing. One, I wish I wouldn't have known that she was coming back from previews because that moment would have shocked the absolute hell out of me. It would have been so good. And it wasn't necessary to show us because really, that's not the reason I watched this week. I didn't watch for that. I would have still watched with the Victoria F. Chase Rice drama previews. But actually, I would have watched no matter what because I like the show. But if they were trying to hook people in, man, if you could have kept that Alayah scene out, or just the scene of her walking away where you don't know who it is, it's from the back, that they were playing at the beginning of the season, that would have been A1. But whatever, she comes in, the girls are shook as fuck. She walks in after she had already had her moment of crying because Victoria P took Peter first. Girl, stand up and do it. I'm not going to sit around and wait for you to do it. Alayah's like, hi, can I steal him for a minute? Peter is flabbergasted. He feels bamboozled. You can see it in his eyes. That the buffoonery that has taken place, he was not having it. And then you see him like start grinning and he's like, oh my gosh, she's back. That was cute to me. I think it showed that maybe he did make the wrong choice for himself and was just kind of listening to other girls. And he says that to Alayah, like, I feel like I was just kind of influenced. Very poor choice of words because he makes it sound like it was the girl's fault. No, it's still your fault, Peter. You sent her home. You made a decision based off of other people's opinions, but they weren't influencing you. They were just telling you how they felt. So bad choice of word on Peter's part. But Alayah is just like, this is what happens. And then she goes into about Victoria P. My heart sank to my feet. I was so sad. I don't know who... I keep seeing like everyone picking sides. I don't know whose side I'm on. Because on one hand, when Victoria P said I maybe know her a total of 3 hours. I've been around her a total of 3 hours. That may be true like in person, real time. But I know like, and I know that just because they went to Miss USA together means nothing. I have plenty of friends that have gone to Miss USA and talked to maybe 1 or 2 people out of their class and that's it. I have some that have 14,000 best friends, you know, all 50 states are like, oh my God, she was perfect. And they still call them, oh yeah, Ohio, I loved her. Or Iowa, she was so great. I don't know. But that doesn't mean anything. However, the Vegas trip comes up that I talked about earlier in my web series. And it was just kind of interesting to me. So I don't really know what to believe. However, I thought Alayah came back very strong and like focused, like this is what I need to say. So I'm going to say it. I appreciated that. Then she goes out there, you know, he says that they're back. And she says something about Chase and Victoria F, which then starts this whole thing. What she was trying to do from me watching it was, I went home, but I'm not out. I still know everything that's going on here, this, and this. I don't think she even thought twice that Victoria F wouldn't tell the girls about Chase, just because it just seems like something that would come up. Like, she comes home from the date and is like absolutely, you know, shook, shattered, baffled that her ex-boyfriend was the performer. I don't think Alayah did it to start drama. I really don't. I think she was just stating like, and I know everything that's been going on. She didn't know that the other girls didn't know. I do feel bad for her, because then when Victoria F finds out, it's a shitstorm and she's like, you're a fake bitch. All of these things goes off. I have words for Peter and I can't wait to tell him. Whew. That was a lot. I really don't know. I do feel like Alayah means well. I just think that the girls all hate her so much. There's no shot for her. I have a feeling she got a rose. I'm not sure if she's going to get to keep it. And if she does keep it, I have a feeling she's still going to go home the next ceremony. I don't know how it's going to work out, but I don't have a good feeling about Alayah just because of all the drama that her being there brings. However, if Peter doesn't work out with whoever he chooses at the end of the season, I hope he gives Alayah I hope they go on a date outside of this or something, because they clearly have some sort of connection. You could see that. I am bummed that we had to see a little bit more drama with Victoria P, because up to this point I was enjoying her on my TV so much. Their relationship was developing really well, and it feels like that kind of just tanked. I guess we'll see later on, but we didn't get to see the rose ceremony. Then Kelsey had her one-on-one. I think it really got to show Kelsey's personality more. When she's not around the other girls, she's not as competitive. I feel like she's a competitive person, so when she's around all the other girls, it's like, how do I get ahead? How do I get ahead? This, I'm gonna cause a scene, whatever I have to do. When she's with Peter, you can see like who maybe she really is, and she just seems to be having a good time. They had a really cute date. You can see how good she is with kids, which is clearly important to Peter. I liked their date. I don't really know what else to say, guys. It was a crazy kind of episode, but really we didn't get much screen time from some of my favorites. You know, we didn't see hardly anything of Madison. Kelly just was here a little bit here and there. The girl could throw a football, but yeah, the dates were all pretty cute. The Alayah drama is a lot. I'm excited to see what happens next, though. Okay, so next week previews look really exciting. One, we're going to get to see the rose ceremony for whatever the hell this was this week. See what happens. It looks like there's some more Kelsey drama. There was a scene of her like going at it. It made it look like it was with Tammy. I don't feel like it's going to be with Tammy. I think it's going to be about somebody else, and that person is going to be with Tammy. That's what it felt like to me, that they were trying to get us to think it was Kelsey and Tammy. I don't think so. Tammy looks like she gets really emotional. That makes me sad because she's one of my favorite people in the house. I don't necessarily think that her and Peter have like the strongest relationship or anything, so I'm not sure how much further she's going to go, but I love seeing her. If she's not on Paradise, I'm suing. But I guess we'll find out what drama happens. It also looks like maybe after this rose ceremony that they all go to Costa Rica or something, because they had all those scenes in the jungle and stuff. So I don't know if that's next week, if it's the week after. There's just this first week in Cleveland and then they're going. I don't really know, but I'm not feeling so good for Alayah right now. I think she's still probably going home. I think, unfortunately, just the tension in the house. Not necessarily that she doesn't have something with Peter. I think it's just going to be based off of the other girls, unfortunately, which kind of sucks because, in my opinion, as long as you have something with the person you're fighting for, that's really all that should matter. The vibe of the house, that's on the other girls. They can drop it if they want and, you know, whatever. But they're claiming that it's because they want what's best for Peter. I don't know. I don't think any of the girls in all of this drama are going to get to Peter's heart. That's the sad part. But that's none of my business. And I guess we'll find out later in the season. Please, please, please give me a subscription if you enjoy watching the show. I really have fun doing it. We're probably going to start posting on Wednesdays now, every Wednesday. When I was doing Tuesdays, people weren't watching till Wednesday anyway because they hadn't watched the show yet. And it does work a little bit more with my schedule. So be back here, possibly Tuesday, more than likely Wednesday. I'll put my social media down below. I always post whenever I've posted a new, not a new show, when I posted a new video. So you guys can follow me to keep up, all of that. Like the video. Please comment if there's anything more you want me to dive into next time, certain things. I didn't really talk about the fashion this episode because nothing really like stood out to me. We didn't get to see much. But I really enjoyed this week. I hope next week is as dramatic as it looks, because it looks like some shit goes down. But join me next week, guys, for a batch with B. Love ya. That was ugly, but